what is the general direction of gold? What is gold doing basically? So in this video, just want to analyze gold real quick, understand what she's doing, and as usual, we react to what we see. So on the daily time frame, this is what we have, right? So to me, I might be like, okay, this might be a good continuation, somehow something like a bullish continuation, because right now all I see is something like an impulse correction. So I anticipate that gold might continue touching the sky, but there are a couple of things that we need to cater for and understand whether she's ready to go to the top or whether she's not ready and continue with this downtrend, right? So what am I talking about? We need to mark out key levels and understand how they're going to react around those levels, right? The level that we're just going to mark. I'm talking about this level right here. Let's just have it right there. So all I'll do is right now just flip my screen and make sure that everything is catered for. Make sure that I don't miss out a thing. That is, adjust my drawing. So then I go to the H4, confirm that everything is making sense, making sure that I have had all the touches. Try to zoom in. So you see that this level right there, we missed that zone right there. So all I need to do basically is just adjust this and have it right there. So that is what I see right now, correct? Now remember, I say that we all need to understand how price is going to react to the level that we're just going to mark, and I'm talking about this right here, that trend. Basically, we're still in a downtrend. The continuation pattern is still a downtrend, right? Why? We had a touch, and now why will gold respect this? Comes back, respect it, right? So all we need to do is understand the reaction or wait and see how she's going to react around that level, because why? We understand that history repeats itself. So if gold goes and respect this level, that's just going to tell us that we're going down, correct? Now we're not just going to go down, or we're not just going to look for sales once we see gold respecting this level. Why? Because if you look at this trade, once again, there's also another trend right there, correct? Now that's an uptrend, right? So if we want to look for sales, make sure that this uptrend is done with, right? So what am I talking about? I also need to add more trend, so something like this, and around that, and I'll need to flip my screen and maybe look for immediate. Let's just see. First things first. Okay, we had that. So I think let's just have with the previous one, have it probably around that level, and sorry, let's just undo that, adjust that, and have it right there. So that is what we see, correct? Now this is it. We go to H1, but then guys, let me show you something. If you want to get funded amigos, let me show you something right here. This is FundedNext, amigos. So FundedNext has amazing step challenges. We have a Stellar Light right here. We have a Stellar 1 step, and of course Stellar 2 step, right? So my advice usually, if you can't afford maybe a Stellar 2 step, you can go for Stellar Light right here. Now Stellar Light start from $5,000. That is now only $32. So you only need to pay $32 to purchase this $5,000 account. All you need, phase 1 just pass target with the 8%, and phase 2 4%. So maximum overall loss should be 8%, that's like $400, and maximum daily loss 4%, which is $200. Payout is the first payout basically is after 21 days. Minimum trading days are 5 days, no problem. Profits split up to 95%, and of course a refundable fee which should be 32, the one that you did purchase, right? Now that is on CFDs. Now if you want to join futures, we also have amazing plans on futures. Real quick, let me just show you what I'm talking about, and head over to futures over here. Let's just scroll just a minute. Right here. Now for the first one, starts from $25,000, goes for $129, right? Now we have a 15% performance reward, that's 188. Profit target is a bet $12.50, that's like 6%. Daily loss limit $600, and maximum loss limit $12.50, 3%. Is that right? 6%, I believe so. and let's just see. Now we have maximum position, that's like 2 minis and 20 micros, consistency rule 40%, and reset fee at a 10% discount, right? So just choose your plan, and I think there's no phase one, I mean phase two. Once you hit your target 6%, that is, once you hit your target, you get your live account and you start payout. I believe the first withdrawal is usually after 5 days. I mean, not fast withdrawal. Withdrawal is every 5 days, I believe. So yeah. So check out FundedNext in the link description box below, or in the pin comment section. So let's just continue with our gold trade real quick. So correct. Now remember, we were saying we need to understand how gold is going to approach our identified level. So let's just zoom in once more and make sure that we adjust everything. Let's just bring that right there, and correct right there. Correct. Now basically gold has not yet touched this level right there, and I bet that might be the case. Probably she might be trying to go back right there, which is still okay. At the same time, she might not go all the way up, who knows, because let's just see, maybe we had a trend that we missed. Let's just see. No, that won't make sense. Correct. Now if we want to look for buys, this is my anticipation, gold has to go back, a breakout of that level, then gives us a pullback, something like this, and boom. Or let's just see, sometimes she might not pull all the way to that zone, so we anticipate she might go, then now pull back to retest this trend, and that's when we should be looking for amazing buy. But if I want to look for sales, yeah, I want to see gold reacting around that level, comes back and now breaks out of this trend line right there, and then that's when I think we should be looking for gold sales. In essence, let me just take it back to the daily time frame and show you something. Let's just bring in this, and I have it right there. Now if you talk about trend line, yeah, there's this touch that somehow she did miss. So let me flip my screen back and try to adjust everything. It's always okay to flip your screen so that you can see maybe you are missing out something, who knows. So you see, there's that possibility still that gold might go back to respect or retest this trend line to give us a touch, because it bounced off that level, so there's that possibility. Because I talk about history right there, then that's when she might continue pushing all the way up. So if that's the anticipation, all we need is just wait and see the reaction. Like I said before, my anticipation is see how price is going to react around those key levels. Oh sorry, let's just bring this back. The 2 key levels that I just marked, let me just show you once again. Let's go back to the H4. So now my anticipation is understand reaction around this trend line right there and this trend line right there. Now once I see confirmation, if she gives me a bearish confirmation, bearish property, I'm going to look for sales. If she gives me a bullish property, I'm going to look for buys. I hope that makes sense. Now if we bring in more confluence, maybe let's just try to understand what's this Euro USD, because some of they do correlate. So let's talk about Euro USD, this GBPUSD. Where's Euro? No, that's silver, I believe so. I mean CHF. Where is sorry about that, the JPY right there. So yeah, this is Euro USD right here. Now talking about Euro USD, let's hit the daily time frame and reanalyze this market and see what she's doing. Right, so we have basically some levels that we need to cater for. Now there was this highest zone right there, let's mark that, and at the same time I think price played around this sorry, let's just use this rectangle tool right there. Price has been playing around this level right there for a while, and so all we need to do is just understand how price is reacting around certain levels. Correct. Now talking about let's just bring in this, we can have it from this level right there, and I see that was broken. At the same time, we can still mark that right there. Let's just bring it and have it right there. Correct. Need to adjust these two. That makes sense. So there's that possibility still, that we might go back to, retest that level. Correct. So what is price doing? Current price. What is this? That is all we need to do, right? Understand what that is. Interpret that. We need to crack that code. To me, there's also a trend right there. Correct. We go to the H4 and try to adjust everything right there, and maybe have it around that level right there. So that is what we see. She is not yet ready. Let's just flip the screen back. I don't want you guys to get confused, right? So right now, all I see, yes, she's pulling back, she's going up, but if I'm looking for sales, the market is not yet ready. Correct? The market is not yet ready to drop. So my anticipation is just let the market do its thing, play out, and I want to understand the reaction around this key level right there, and the reaction around this level. Once I get a confirmation, I'm going to look for my sell position, probably a break out of this uptrend right there. If she gives me, remember, if she only gives a selling position, I'm taking that. If she gives me a buying position, I'm going in for buys. But as for now, this is all I see. I hope it makes sense. Let's just adjust this too right there. So that's it. So I think it makes sense, guys. I don't know what you're thinking, and I don't know how you see it. Basically, to me, I think it makes sense. Selling looks more amazing and more somewhat clear, giving clear pattern, but then you never know, the market might change. You might be looking for sale, but then the market tells you, yo, not yet selling time. Let me just continue with my buying momentum. So that is it. You remember, the market just two way. It's either we buy or we sell. So if price gives me a buying signal or buying opportunity, I'm going to buy, right? And if price gives me a selling opportunity, basically I'm going to sell. Right now, I'll be sending these signals. Basically, let me just show you my Telegram real quick, and I think let me just launch the Telegram and show you that I do send this analysis so that you guys can follow along real quick. So yes, my Telegram channel, like I said, giving out this analysis. Basically, if you look at this was GBPUSD trade analysis that I did give out yesterday, and she did play out nicely. I think right now she's floating over 100 pips, and this was Euro AUD that I did give out. I believe this is it before, and now this is after trade moved. So just check out the Telegram link in the description box, guys, because remember, I'm not giving out signals. Basically, I'm not offering any mentorship thing, so don't get scammed. I give out analysis, trade analysis, and you can try to understand how I was trying to analyze the pair and add your trading strategy. Once you see they align, and once you get your confirmation, your entry confirmation, then you can take that trade, right? So adios, amigos, peace.